everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Thanks for watching, for all three of you.
Hey, there's at least 5. So yeah, what did we do? A couple weeks ago, we went to...
Oh yeah, road trip.
What did we do? San Diego.
Road trip to San Diego.
Yeah, went down south to San Diego for a couple days. Stopped in
Carlsbad?
Carlsbad the first night, which is about 30 minutes north of San Diego, for those of you keeping track.
Such a nice little seaside town. The beach
beautiful.
there is beautiful.
Yeah, for these 3 days we did pretty much nothing but non-stop record shopping, let's face it.
That's pretty much. It
was just a little getaway, but yeah, so we had a good time, lots to show you. We're probably going to make a few videos out of it. But first, breaking news.
Oh, we got some new releases.
Yeah, we figured let's show these now before they get too old. Nobody is talking about this record at all. The latest Cure album. We're like, hey, we're going to be first on the scene. But yeah, you know, everyone's pretty much... We finally got it, though. It took us a week after it came out. So we ordered directly from the Cure store.
Yeah, wasn't a week. It came on Wednesday.
5 days later.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was kind of annoying. You buy from the store, the Cure's direct store, and you think you're going to get it on time. But, you know, that's okay. It was a little more anticipation. 16 years we had to wait for this one, so a couple more days. So we went for the cool, the deluxe whatever, the double LP, the one half-speed mastered, produced by or cut by Miles Showall, whatever, Abbey Road. That's the big selling point, you know. I mean, we're huge Cure fans. I don't know if you can tell, but yeah, I mean, both of us since back to our young days. That's one of that.
Oh my gosh!
It may be my favorite band of all time. I go back and forth with like the Church or the Jazz Butcher, but I don't know. The Cure is definitely up there. And this came with 2. We didn't even know this was coming. A little post. Well, not a little. Good size poster.
That's really nice.
I don't know, is that even in there? It's big.
It is a big poster, but that's lovely.
But yeah, so nice gatefold. I mean, I had to get the deluxe one. People are complaining a lot already about the sound. It's too compressed. It's too whatever. And this is probably the best sounding one. We listened to it.
I thought it sounded amazing.
Yeah, and this one is if you can get a copy of this, ours was at least very flat, very. There was not even a tick on it. It was perfect sounding. So, and I didn't find it too. And I have tinnitus. I have sensitive ears, and I didn't find it that oppressive. I mean, I don't know. I thought it sounded pretty good.
Yeah, I thought it sounded really good, and I think some of it is a stylistic choice, and because people are talking about claustrophobia and things like that, that's definitely a stylistic choice.
Yeah, and people say, oh, Disintegration has that same feel, but it sounds better, and I agree a little bit, but. I thought it sounded good. But
they're not those young guys anymore.
That's true. They can't hear either, so...
Yeah, probably.
None of us can.
The older you get, the more your hearing goes.
But we've only heard it once.
Yes.
But first initial reaction was very good. I'm in the camp of... And yes, I know everyone's talking about as well how it's brand new. It's first album in 16 years. People are overhyping it because they haven't heard a new Cure album in so long, and the last few albums haven't been that great. There's probably some of that, but I definitely, already on the first listen, I thought it was a definite return to form. I thought it was better than anything after Wild Mood Swings, which I still like. No, not a lot of people love that one. But it's better than Bloodflowers I think, already. And definitely, and I like all of them, at least a little bit. But this is, his voice sounded great.
Oh, yeah.
It was definitely a true return to form. I'm pretty happy about that.
Yeah, I really enjoyed this album.
Yeah. All right, so that's the big one, The Cure. Everyone loves The Cure. All right, and then another one that came in the mail, Peter Parrott. Yeah,
Peter Parrott from the Only Ones.
Yeah, 70s band. This one's on nice red vinyl. This one, if you get directly from the website Domino, you get the cool photo sheet. I don't know what kind of music they are. Whatever you want to call them. Post-punk,
power pop, new wave.
Whatever, but Only Ones, amazing band. And yeah, this is a great album. It's a gatefold. Just came out a couple weeks ago, I think, and he's only done I think this is technically his 4th solo album. He did one in the 90s, and then he's done 3 in the last decade. This one, it's been about 5 years since the last one, and it's really good though. If you like him, it's 20 songs too, really long, over an hour, and it's a lot different styles. It gets a bit depressing in the middle, but it gets kind of, because he talks a lot about the drug use and all that, which is unfortunate, but he's clean now. It's great. It's a really good album. I think it's probably his best solo album.
Yeah.
I loved it. I thought it was really good.
He's got that lazy, drawly...
And he still has it.
...delivery when he sings, and if you know the only ones, you'll know what we're talking about.
If you don't know the only ones,
you should.
Another Girl, Another Planet. Just check that one out and then go from there. You will not. You'll thank us for that one.
Yeah. And if I look like a chipmunk right now, I'm just getting over a cold, so I got a little cough lolly in my
cough lolly. That would be a cough drop in America.
Yeah.
Cough lolly. That's not a lolly. That's like a candy.
It's a lolly.
All right. What's a lolly? A lollipop.
But a lolly is a candy.
I know, but that's not a candy. Okay. So we actually just went to Freak Beat Records yesterday, which that will be coming in probably in about 3 or 4 videos from now. But we just figured we got this other new arrival. This just came out yesterday. New Primal Scream. Look at that, dude. And I took the shrink off. It's got I'll show you the colored vinyl. If you can tell, the sleeve is mirrored. I just noticed that.
Oh, and that's a nice gatefold too.
Yeah, check
this
that out.
This is my first time looking at this.
Yeah. Well, it's just not super exciting, but it's very mirrored.
That's very beautiful.
And this cover is that front cover. I don't know if I told you. That's Bobby Gillespie's father.
Oh, it is.
From way back when. Whatever.
Oh man, he was sharp.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it is on this cool. I don't know if it's. I'm trying to see if I can see it.
I think that's pretty
opaque. It's pretty opaque, but silver vinyl. It's the only. I think there's a black vinyl too, but yeah, it's the only color they had at Freak Beat, so I just kind of went for it. Again, I don't know. I do like colored vinyl. I'm not going to lie, but I wasn't like looking for it exclusively.
No, we don't.
Whatever they had,
the colored vinyl.
Yeah. Whatever they had, I would have got. But I'm happy to. Yeah.
And also with the Peter Parrott album, Bobby Gillespie is all over the Peter Parrott album. So.
That's true. Yeah, we were playing that yesterday on the way to shopping.
Yeah.
And that's true. He does a lot of backing vocals.
Yeah.
A lot of only a couple songs you can actually tell it's Bobby Gillespie in the background. Other times it's kind of really subtle. But yeah, so anyway, that's true. These two kind of go hand in hand. Okay, so now, that was a little detour. Now we will go to Carlsbad.
Carlsbad, yeah, that was our first day, and we
drove up on a Wednesday night after work, and we got there really late. They open till 9. They have like not stoner hours. They're like one of the best record stores. It's called Spin Records. I don't know if we said that.
No, we didn't say that.
Okay, Spin Records in Carlsbad. Good morning, everybody. We are first stop on our San Diego trip, Spin Records. We actually came last night, spent about an hour and 15, so we got a jump start. We got so much stuff in there. It's a 2-dayer. So we're going to go in, check it out. I love a synth, right? Yeah, anyway, we got there at like, I think we got there at like 8:45, so we had like, 7:45.
7:45.
So we had an hour and 15, we were like, do we check in or do we go, we were just going to go the next day, Thursday, and shop. But we figured, let's go, let's do a little, we ended up going Thursday as well, when they opened at 10. But we got most of the records done that night.
Yeah.
Most of the vinyl, we did other stuff the next day. So we will start with new arrivals, basically. These are kind of pretty new, recent releases. We were kind of a little late in getting a few things. So this is the latest from The Smile.
Yeah, Radiohead, Johnny Greenwood and Tom York.
Those two guys.
Yeah.
Another drummer, which I don't know, it doesn't sound much different to me than Radiohead drummer, but yeah, they're much looser than Radiohead, I'd say. And really good. Again, if you're a Radiohead fan, I can't imagine not liking it. All right, the next one is the latest from the well, all right, that's a bad joke. This one, it's a gatefold too. I'm not gonna. Is it a gatefold? Yeah. You want to see the gatefold? I'll show you the gatefold.
Yeah, show the people the gatefold.
I get lazy, and sometimes I get concerned. These are too long videos, but everyone fast forwards anyway. So please,
oh man,
please don't.
So passive aggressive.
It doesn't really matter. But this one is very, very famous because it has. You could see that exquisitely designed 32-page booklet. I mean, this is exquisite.
It is exquisite.
It's pretty cool.
It is really cool.
I mean, I'm not going to go through all this because you're definitely going to fast forward through that. Anyway, yeah, it's cool. It's a good album too.
And is this the first album for the in a while?
It's been a while. I think. What did it say on the cover? I think a quarter of a century.
Oh,
so
geez.
even longer than the Cure. You think you had to wait a long time for that Cure record?
Yeah.
It's a good album. If you like the, you'll probably like this one.
Yes.
No Johnny Marr, but it's good.
Yeah, great album.
Yeah, it's really good. Yeah, I've heard it quite a few times now, and it's quite enjoyable. Next on the list, Godspeed, You Black Emperor, or is it Godspeed, You Black Emperor? Because that's the exclamation.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, there's the U. You can see that exclamation point. This is a gatefold. It's not super exciting, so I'm not going to show you. Oh, I think they'll get
Rude.
So,
Rude.
I don't even know what needs to be said about this band. If you know, you know. They're basically the kings and queens of post rock, and they're definitely my favorite post rock band. And this is just another solid record. If you liked the last album, this really sounds like a continuation. A lot of the same kind of vibe. But they stopped. The last couple albums they were doing that where they would have one long song, like 20-minute long piece, then they would have a drone side, then you'd have another long 20 whatever plus piece and a drone. So this is kind of going back to a little bit more like the earlier days where it's not like that format, it's kind of just all over, but it's a nice, it kind of builds up. The first 3-4 songs really build up to, I think the fourth song it was, or third or fourth song is, oh man, it's so good. It just gets big, shockingly. That's kind of what they do, is the crescendos, right? But that one in particular, it just slowly, I think we were playing it, and I was like, at the end of that, I'm like, oh, this is what music is about, man. This hits home for me. You either love this kind of stuff or you're gonna hate it. But this is, if you do like them and haven't heard this one, definitely highly recommend.
And they are a sizable collective, and they're from Canada, so and when you see them, there's a lot of people on stage.
When you can see them.
When you can see them, because a lot of times they'll sit on
They're always
floor,
sitting,
and it is,
But they got the screens, and
yes. I'm
going to see them in May of next year. I got tickets a couple months ago, 8 months in advance. But
I know
I'm very happy next year to see them again. They're phenomenal live. It's just big wall of sound. All right. Another new release.
Yeah, this is Broadcast Distance Call. What is this? This is demos.
From 2000. What is it? 2000 through 2006. This is kind of sad because it's officially, they said it's their last release. I mean, it's kind of the last from the vault type thing. Yeah, I'm still kind of cut up about that. And it's great. Again, if you like Broadcast, you'll like this. It's pretty lo-fi. I mean, obviously, but it's good sounding demos though. Really cool. Definitely cool to hear. And it's but yeah, it's kind of bittersweet being their last release. You always want something more from someone who's passed. If there's anything in the vaults, you hope to. But that's kind of it. This one.
Oh, this one is Steve Kilbey. What's it called?
11 Women.
11 Women.
11.
And Steve Kilbey, if you know, he's the singer from Australian band The Church.
One of our, I think I mentioned it, both of our favorite bands,
Yeah.
And that's kind of, maybe we'll tell the story one day.
Yes,
that's how we met because of The Church.
Yes.
Anyway, yeah, this one's colored vinyl. We played it today. A lot of times these splatter vinyls sound kind of shitty, but this one sounded pretty good actually.
This one sounded really nice.
And this one's from 2020. 11 Women, 11 songs.
And it's the first time on vinyl.
First time on vinyl, yeah. It just came out. It says 2023. It's been out for a while, but I've kind of been hesitant to buy it because I've read some people saying it's a bit crappy sounding. But there was one song that had like 10 little ticks.
Yeah.
Other than that, it was pretty good. Completist for The Church. I'm going to buy everything from The Church.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
And that's the only version they made. You couldn't get a black vinyl. I would have bought a black vinyl, but anyway, that's okay. Anyway, that's a good album too. If you like his solo stuff, I think that's another solid one. Yeah. All right, now we're getting into the NOS.
Oh, new old
stock. That's what sometimes is really cool about going to record stores. This store spin. We've probably been about 5 times in our lifetime.
Yeah.
And since you came here 24 years ago, we've been to San Diego for shows, concerts or whatever, and every time we go, you always stop at Spin Records.
Yes.
And that's a guarantee.
Always stop it.
But we hadn't been there for probably 5-6 years. Since if you go to a store you haven't been to for a while, and this kind of a store, a lot of times you hope for new old stock. This was a good one. Jason Lytle.
Oh, from Grandaddy?
From Grandaddy, Lo-Fi Master. It's like lo-fi psychedelic kind of indie pop stuff. What's this one called? Department of Disappearance. It's a gatefold. I'm not going to show you. Came with a CD. This was sealed. I kept a little bit of the shrink. Yeah, this is from 2012, and I just checked too because this is one I wanted when it came out. I have his first solo album on vinyl, all the Granddaddy stuff on vinyl. But when this came out, I never saw it.
You just missed out.
We never saw it anywhere. Never at Amoeba, nothing. Eventually, I bought the CD, and I'm like, all right, I just kind of gave up. And I'm just not huge on buying on Discogs or eBay anymore. I like the thrill of seeing it in person.
Yeah, finding stuff in the wild is so much more fun. So
anyway, this one, 2012, I'm like, okay, I gave up. Discogs right now, if you look, at the time of filming, there are no copies available. Double LP. Yeah.
And to grab it there in hand right there.
Oh, yeah. Next, new old stock.
Ooh, OMD. What is it? The Punishment of Luxury. I can't read anymore.
This one I will show you.
That one's got the beautiful die cut.
I feel like I've been skimping on a few of the gatefolds, but this one, don't fast forward. All right, this part's all die cut. Wait, is it filling in?
Yeah, there you go, I see it.
This is from 2017. This is already out of print, and they're on a second press of this. Just came out, I think, this year or last year. And again, it's one we missed at the time, didn't get it on vinyl. And this is new old stock. We almost didn't get it though.
Oh my gosh. So
out.
Spin Records, the way they do set their store up is they'll take a lot of the vinyl out of the sleeve and just have the sleeve on in the racks.
In the shelves, yeah.
And so they have catalog numbers and have to go look it up in their storage system.
I brought it up. And they went to look for it. They go, oh, the catalog number was missing. Because this one I've been looking for. It was on my want list, and I was like, oh, I was going to be so mad if we had to leave and not get it.
I know.
This was from this is the Mekon's Deserted. This is one of the later ones. 2019. This came out. And that was brand new still. We'd only had a CD copy of this one. Don't have a lot of stuff by the Mekons on vinyl, so I figured let's pick this one up. I don't even know what you call it. They're kind of like...
Were they post...
They started out kind of post-punk or even kind of punk, and then they changed to this kind of shambolic...
Weren't they in the
lo-fi
same...
country and...
Weren't they originally in the same scene as Gang of Four? And
yes, exactly. That's exactly. The same art school they went to, Gang of Four. So that kind of art rocky... Again, they kind of switched paces, so they kind of broke up for a minute there, came back in like 84, 85, and just kind of went off in a whole new direction. And this one is I think a late period kind of classic. It's kind of more like their 80s type stuff. Really good. I mean, they're definitely like lo-fi indie, but they have all bits of country here and there and just like folky, and it's hard to describe them, but you should check them out if you haven't. They're a really cool band. Been around for a long time, since the 70s, yeah. Mm. And while we're at it...
Oh, some old Mekons.
Twice Blessed.
Yeah, and isn't this the original lineup?
This is the original lineup. That's what do they say? Oh, they call it the Mekons, and then they have 77 encircled down here. And if you know the Mekons, if you know, you know, we'll try to show a photo. This mirrors like their debut album. It's the same lineup, as the original. This is from 2018. This is the original lineup from their first album. And the sleeve, like I said, we'll try to show a photo. It's the same exact, same font, same type of photo, and same font down here. The back too, exactly the same. Different photo on the cover. But yeah, I think the chimp is on the cover. Chimpanzee.
Yes. Yeah. And so this does sort of sound
more
back
like
to that.
Yeah, you thought it sounded a bit like The Fall.
Yeah, I thought it had a bit of a Fall feel to it.
Yeah, it's still shambolic, and it's more... Yeah, I could see that a little bit. All right. This is actually an older one as well.
Oh yeah, this was another new old stock. This is the Saints from 2012.
2012.
As you know, Chris Bailey passed away earlier this year. So
that's right. That was this year. Yeah,
really, really sad. But you know, this is if you know sort of later period Saints, Chris Bailey started going off more into bluesy.
It's more blues rock. Is it garage? Not
sometimes
garagey,
with a little bit of a country twang, but it's a lot different to I'm Stranded.
Oh yeah, sure. That changed pretty much in the 80s. Right?
Yeah. That's sort of one of the reasons why Ed Cooper ended up leaving, and he didn't like the direction.
Only bad thing about new old stock when it's like 10 years old. also includes download code for 10 bonus tracks from 2012. I tried the code. It didn't work. Okay, and that was it for the new stuff. Mostly new we got at Spin. They're definitely, they're the alternative kind of stuff. They're like what we kind of like. So if you like any of that stuff, you want something new, you're going to probably find it. Yes. And then we did find, now we're in the used section. Not too much used there, we didn't find. They had some stuff, but of course we have a lot already. But this one, Easter House, we took a chance.
Yeah, this is
you were digging.
One of the punts that we had, I was digging in the section. And, you know, sometimes when you find a group of records by a certain band, you're like, hey.
And you've never,
instant collection. You think, well, I always like to check brand new things out. So
especially stuff we might have missed. And this is on Rough Trade Records even. You showed it to me and I'm like, let me do this. Oh, Rough Trade, all right.
Yeah. So
I had to give the approval, like she needed.
Right. Well, I was getting it anyway.
She was going, well, we were going to listen to it. So she sampled it, and on the phone, because that's the best way to hear things is on your phone. Just
Oh yeah, that's how we listen to all our music.
Oh, don't say it. Don't let the people think that. But no, we didn't. It sounded good. It was like, all right, this has a bit of a jangle. It had a bit of, and then we kind of looked them up. Yeah, jangle, kind of indie rock. And, so this from 1985, this one.
And they do a little bit of it's a bit of protest music. This is
they were known for their socialist values.
Miners striking in England.
I might as well keep going. This was their next single from '86, Inspiration. This was a 4-song EP. This was that was a 3-song EP. This is a 4-song EP.
And you did a little bit of research on them, and what did you find out about the guitarist? Because when we were listening to it, you said, wow, this sounds Smithy.
It sounds a little, I was like, that's a bit Smiths. Johnny Marsh a little bit a couple times. You're like, oh, yeah. And kind of read up on them. And they're two brothers. The singer is their last name is Perry. And the singer, I forget his name. We'll maybe put that there. But the guitarist name is Ivor Perry. He left this band after these couple singles and their first album. And he went and he tried out for the Smiths. Morrissey was a fan of theirs, and they opened up for the Smiths a few times. And in the early to mid 80s. And so the guitarist, Ivor, tried out for the Smiths. Morrissey loved him, and he's a great guitarist. They recorded some stuff. They did a session a couple days, or 1 or 2 days. And I think he ended up leaving. He's like, they kind of felt like they wanted him to be a Johnny Marr clone, and he's like, I got to do my, if I'm going to be in this band, I got to at least have my own kind of, whatever. Anyway, so that was his claim to fame. He was almost in the Smiths, but.
And didn't you say that the vocals sounded a little like Brendan Perry from Dead?
Oh yeah, this first album, it's
no
dark.
relation though.
Oh, that's true. I didn't even think of that. Yeah, it's true. We looked that up.
Not that we know.
Yeah, it was kind of, he has this real dark, kind of deep voice. I thought a couple times Brendan Perry. I also thought a little later, I'm like, oh, you know what? Maybe a little bit Icicle Works too, Ian McNabb.
Oh, okay.
So kind of a cross between Icicle Works and Dead Can Dance vocal.
Yeah, I could see
and
that.
If you like Icicle Works, that kind of earlier stuff, I think you check these guys out. They're pretty good. Yeah, kind of a little Smithsy, a little darker, like darker Smithsy. But yeah, good stuff. We got this one as well. It was over like instant collection. This was their second album from '89.
Yeah.
So 3 years later, the guitarist left. Actually, the whole band left.
Okay,
it's
so
only the singer.
Yeah.
And his voice is already a little different. It's okay, but it's really...
It's taken a little bit more of a...
That 80s...
commercial...
Yeah, and when you think 80s production value... we love 80s, obviously.
Right.
Not the good production, the 80s production.
Yeah, but...
Yeah, the real dated kind of...
It took a little bit of a turn. I mean, it wasn't bad.
There were a couple of cases,
it wasn't terrible bad.
When you heard the singles, it was...
it just wasn't as good.
But we're looking for their first album.
Yes.
So these are these couple singles, but they have one original album, and that is really good. I've already downloaded that, and that sounds amazing. I didn't say illegally downloaded. Now you fucking ruined it. Boop. Okay, and then the last couple things we got in the 12-inch section.
Yeah.
With this band called The Sports.
Yeah, The Sports. This is an Australian band, late 70s, early 80s. Stephen Cummings, the singer from The Sports, he's done a bunch of work. Did he do something with Kilby?
He did an album with Kilby in the 90s, and Kilby produced it and was on I'll try to put a picture of that one.
And so, these guys are contemporary with split ends of the era.
Yeah, this was
well.
from 78, this one's 79.
Yeah, so, you know.
We played this one today. I love this cover.
Yeah, the cover
is better than the album.
And, you know, I think I'm more a sports singles person than...
You know, there were a couple okay songs.
Yeah, Strangers on a Train on this album, it was a single, and it's a great single.
And this cover, sorry to interrupt, but this cover is a U.S.
Oh, that's right.
The Australian covers will maybe show that one totally different. I love the cover. I thought it was going to be maybe more power poppy, but it was okay. It was kind of. I said Joe Jackson a few times.
Yeah.
And I don't hate him.
They take a little bit of a little ska.
Yeah, that's right. They
feel as well.
Yeah. Haven't heard this one.
Yeah, I haven't heard this one. Is
I'm a little
this
afraid
one?
to.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna check it out. Give it a chance because again, I like the singles, like Who Listens to the Radio.
Yeah.
And
we got a couple singles. Yeah.
They're great, but yeah, a whole album.
Maybe too much at once.
Yeah.
It had a couple okay. I was a little bit.
I might be sort of donating these to my friends in Australia's collection because they love
Maybe they're watching.
Sports and. They might love a US pressing.
Hey, Cammie, especially comment below if you want this.
It's an alternate cover.
Yes, it is. Again, this would be a great T-shirt.
That is an excellent. Would be an
I would totally make it.
Yep.
I would just put a different band name on the top. And then before we leave you, we're gonna do just the last couple things. We got a couple 7 inches.
Oh, to go with the
first one
album.
I love how they've always kept the same font. I like that font. Yeah, $1 1 vote. Has a couple songs. This is from like 2023.
And this wasn't on the album.
Not on the new album. It's okay. It's not a bad song. The B-side's actually a little better, I think. Which that B-side I think is from like 2012 or something. It's a little earlier. But it was only a digital thing, so they put it on there. Okay, then this puppy.
Oh, Sparks.
The Todd.
And Todd Rundgren. He's known as the Todd in our household.
Oh, look at that. Is that? Oh, it's kind of. That's a bit translucent.
Yeah.
White vinyl.
That's white vinyl.
This was still sealed. This came out 2021. We just never. I guess we never saw it.
Yeah, I guess we've never seen it. To pick it up and So it's again.
What is it? Your Fandango.
One of these new old stock.
So they both do vocal. I think we have heard it now since then, but never bought it, never seen it. Yeah, new old stock a little. I think it's actually worth a little bit. They had a silver vinyl copy too.
Yeah,
that's that one maybe too. We are a bit of Sparks completists, but So yeah, we finally got that one.
And you know, if you know the Sparks story, you know that Todd Rundgren helped them get their start. And he produced their first album as Half Nelson,
and it was on Bearsville and his label. So without them, I think even if you watch the Sparks documentary, which you should, even if you don't know or like Sparks, watch it. You will maybe like them after.
Yes.
But if you do like them, highly recommend that documentary.
Exactly.
But yes, you're right. Half Nelson, they were first called before Sparks, and they said, I think even in that doco, they're like, if it's not for Todd Rundgren, there's no Sparks. No one was biting. No one wanted to do anything to do with Sparks at the time. That's it for Carlsbad.
Spin
was Records.
Great.
That was fun. Yeah, we had a good shop there. All this stuff we got the first night. The next day we did go back. They have a good CD section too. So we got a ton of CDs.
Big CD
we're not going to show
we're not
CD.
Going there, but
yeah. Spin is good fun. We'll always pop in that store on the way to San Diego for sure. But yeah, we did 2 more days worth of shopping. Couldn't squeeze it all in one video, so we will see you next week with another video from San Diego.
Exactly.
Ooh.
Right. Let's see what we get.
Okay.
All right. Bye.
Hey, thanks for watching.